150 million striker. That is the football player that we are talking about. Arsenal being linked to a 150 million pound striker. And we're gonna be, this is quite interesting, we're gonna be looking at why the football club Arsenal must go on and break the bank to make sure that they can sign a 150 million pound football player from Newcastle United. And guess who we're talking about? We're talking about the Magpies, the Magpie striker number one in the striking section, who's scored a couple of goals, and we know that he is not new to our ears, and this is definitely none other than Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak has been a long time target for the football club Arsenal, and really let's get the party rolling. I must say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Arsenal chapter, and my name is Abu Kaos, and today we definitely are going to be asking the big question: should Arsenal break the bank for Alexander Isak? And we know that at 150 million pound, is he worth the amount of money? Is he the striker who can fire the football club Arsenal to the Premier League glory? And really, are we gonna be exploring all this in this segment? As I told you before, it is not the first time Arsenal has been linked to Alexander Isak. Even before Isak was joined, before Isak joined Newcastle United, we know for a fact from reliable sources, and we talked about it, that Alexander Isak, before joining Newcastle United, we know that he was linked to Arsenal, but Arsenal failed to make that move when he was priced a bit cheaper. He was around 60 million pound then, or even less. But him coming to the Premier League, making an impact into the Premier League, that definitely shows you that he definitely is quite pricey. Him scoring a couple of goals, him being the main man for Newcastle United, is not going to come any easy. It's going to be a bit of a struggle to get the football player, but Arsenal can definitely convince Newcastle United with a deal worth 150 million pound, a bank breaker, and then Newcastle United could let go of their top striker, and we could see Arsenal getting the football player they have yearned for very many years. So Alexander Isak has been actual turning heads at Newcastle United, and we know that the 25-year-old Swedish international is not only just a physical powerhouse at 6'4". We definitely know that he is incredible when it comes to tactics and versatility. Plus, he is a proven goal scorer. He's been a key part of Newcastle's attack this season, and his numbers really back it up. And really, let's hope everything goes on quite well for the football club Arsenal in this pursuit, because there are quite a number of clubs that are interested in signing the gentleman. It will be noted that Chelsea had their goal, Barcelona are trying, Paris Saint-Germain also are saying they could do with having the football player, one of the best strikers in the world at this moment in time, Alexander Isak. So and now let's get a bit deeper into it. So Arsenal's striker situation is something that is quite interesting that we need to talk about. So we know that Arsenal's striker situation is a bit tricky. We know Gabriel Jesus is quite fantastic, but he's often injured. We know Gabriel Jesus, one of Arsenal strikers, actually the number 9 who's available. If we talk about the striking section, what comes into your head first? Definitely, we know that it is striking section at Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus. Don't get me wrong, he's had flashes of a good season. Not a good season, flashes of good play. Recently scored 5 goals in 3 in 2 matches, and that was in 4 days against one club, and that was Crystal Palace. That should not blindfold many of us. That shouldn't blindfold anybody because it might have been just a good 2 good days for him. But when you talk about consistency, you're talking about a football player who's played and scored on almost every game that he's played, and that is a football player in the ranks of Newcastle United's Isak, Alexander Isak. So anyway, I think Gabriel Jesus is is not consistent, and also he's injury prone. He's got quite a number of injuries, and when Arsenal needs him to step up, he's definitely injured. And I think Arsenal need to get a very wonderful, much better football player. And Gabriel Jesus also, Jesus is getting a bit old, whereas Alexander Isak is still young and strong. So that's also another point to really get into your mind. Also, we need to talk about another striker who's definitely moved on. We know that Eddie Nketiah has moved on, and there is a lack of depth in the squad, So a player like Alexander Isak would transform Arsenal's attack, which would be quite brilliant. So his ability to play as a lone striker or link up with the other football players, link up with another striker, or even really makes him an ideal fit for Mikel Arteta's system. But then there is the price, there is the big issue, there is the elephant in the room. What exactly is this? We're talking about the price of Alexander Isak. 150 million pound. Let's be realistic, yeah. 150 million pound is a huge investment, and the thing is Alexander Isak worth 150 million pound, or should Arsenal explore other options like Victor Osimhen, who is also available in the transfer market, or Randall Colomwani, who is a bit cheaper? Actually, some sources say that Randall Colomwani is around 40 million pound, though I've been doubting the truth in that statement of Randall Colomwani being around 35 to 40 million pound. But I tried to research and see how true this is. It seems to be true. But Paris Saint-Germain got him at Randall Colomwani at 95 million euros, So I don't know why he's going that cheap, but he is available on the transfer market. So there is a big debate whether Arsenal should go for Victor Osimhen, who will still cost a bit, but it won't be as big as Alexander Isak's 150 million. So Alexander Isak being valued at 150 million, and then we've got Randall Colomwani, who's valued at around 40 million pound maximum, and then Victor Osimhen, who's quite in the middle there. He might have to be in the range of 70 to 90 million pound to secure his services. So this is definitely a big debate, and you can be part of it by going into the comment section and let me know what you definitely think. Do you think that Arsenal should go all in for Alexander Isak this January transfer window, or is it too risky for Arsenal to get into this transfer? Let me know your comments in the comment section below, and do not forget to like, share, and also subscribe to the Arsenal chapter for more updates. And I'll tell you that my name is Abu Kaus, and I'll see you straight in the next video. Thank you, and goodbye for now.